this team, nobody dislikes Japan, all right? We talked about the U.S. being unlikable, this version of the U.S. team. Nobody doesn't like Japan. Everybody can like Japan. The way that they play, the way that they behave, the type of personality individually and collectively that they are. And I'll go back to the way that they played. Even though they're leaving this tournament, I think you can argue that they played, and I know it's subjective, but the best soccer at this tournament. They played in multiple ways. They showed their depth. They showed their flexibility. Whether they had 60% possession in one, whether they had 20% possession in one, it didn't matter. And they picked the worst moment to play a bad 45 minutes. And the soccer gods did not smile upon them today. And for the first time this tournament, literally the first time this tournament, they suffered. The first time that things did not go their way, ultimately, it ended up being their demise.
Yeah, the first 45 minutes of this game, that was the Sweden team I thought we were going to see in this tournament, and we hadn't seen it up to this point. But I thought they were brilliant. They played Japan off the field. Should have been up more than 1-0 at the half. They get the goal from Illerstedt, who, by the way, a defender who's in the Golden Boot race with 4 goals. And you could consider that a set-piece goal. I know it was started off with a set-piece.
I do. Even if it's a recirculation, it's still, the reason why she's even up there is because it's a
set-piece. So yeah, we count it. So yeah, that's, again, Sweden, their set-piece mastery. They get the goal. Then they get a penalty early in the second half. They look to be cruising. But, yeah, you're right. Japan just flipped that switch. And, man, the way they finished that game, Sweden are very lucky that they
another
didn't
10 minutes, if that's a 100-minute, well, it was actually with the extra time. But
Japan, they miss a penalty off the crossbar. And then another shot off the crossbar that I can't believe didn't go in. They did score a minute later, but sort of part of the same sequence, but nevertheless, it was incredible. Sweden, the way these margins the last couple of games around the goal line have kind of gone their way.
It was, this was a nutty type of game. But this also means that in the best possible sense, we are going to see something that's never been done before. We are going to see a team that has never won the World Cup, the Women's World Cup before, win a World Cup, because Japan was the last one standing of the previous winners. So thank you, Japan. Thank you for providing us with a World Cup and a run of games that, for the most part and almost entirely, was just wonderful to see and exciting and entertaining in terms of what you do. All right.